My people, welcome back to Eke React. I'm back with another trending topic in Nigeria. Omogbege don burst for PDP as dem dey vex say some of their members dey support President Tinubu but still wan remain for the party. People don dey shout say Wike and im people no fit dey chop from two sides, say they must choose where they belong. So some PDP members dey talk say Wike and others don betray the party, so e go better say make dem comot from the party than causing problem. But some people dey ask, this wahala na real matter or na just another political power play? PDP go fit take action on Wike and co, or dem go just dey look them just like they have been doing before? So make I allow una watch the video so that you guys will understand better. But before then, make sure you like this video so that YouTube will recommend it to others. Subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification bell so that you no go miss any of our updates.
Excellencies, I think I just want to talk about the point that was made by former Vice President as well as Malam El Rufai, that the party, one was an emergency situation, and the second is the fact that we may not have a democracy anymore. What's going on now with the point that was made about trying to ensure that the opposition itself is non-existent anymore, and even increasingly they themselves have not met as a political party, suggests to me that we may end up in a situation where we don't even have political parties in 2027, because the internal implosion, even within the ruling party itself, will lead to a situation where that emergency becomes even more dire than we need. We may find. People may wake up in the party and find out, oh, there's no opposition. We've killed all the oppositions. We've finished with Labour. We've finished with PDP. So we are all inside the APC, opposition and non-opposition. We are fighting ourselves inside the APC. And meanwhile, the APC has not even met to even have an understanding of what the kind of democracy of the future should be. Consequently, this is a problem and an emergency largely above what I think we should even be reducing to the level of political parties and what the political actors can do. I think this is a more fundamental question about what the future of the democracy itself is, and it's not something to be left to politicians or political parties. It's something much larger than that, and I think that's where my concern comes from.
Thank you very much. Can I call Dr.
Yes, let's see. The moderator, permit me to stand on existing protocols. His Excellency, the former Vice President made reference to very touching, serious party matters at the heart of any attempt to form broad-based political party that will uproot to borrow from the likes of Mal Nasru, rudderless APC government. But there are issues that are germane, some of which have been adequately dealt with by particularly His Excellency Malam Nasir Rufai about internal democracy. I think the nature of the transition we had to this democratic dispensation was itself done in such a way that most Nigerians had conceived democracy very wrongly as civilization of governance. Democracy is far beyond ritual elections at intervals. Democracy has to be a cultural issue. And that is what makes internal democracy germane to survival of any party. The worst lie anybody can tell is to tell a lie to himself. As members of the political class, all of us are guilty. We have been telling ourselves bloody lies. We say we are committed to democracy. By the way we run each of the political parties from 1998 to date suggests the contrary. Because we have upgraded the so-called value of consensus building over and above competition, like Malam Nasir rightly captured. And without that, you cannot have democracy. Parties are instruments of recruitment into leadership positions. And if you want to have people who run this democracy and run a democratic system, then the parties must themselves be democratic. You cannot give what you do not have. It's a simple rule. And so, that's number one. Number two,
You have
the
1 more
issue
minute
of
left.
party discipline.
Yeah.
Party discipline has not been discussed, but I thought it is fundamental. You recall in the First Republic, Chief Awolowo's action group expelled serving Premier Akintola to strengthen party supremacy and party discipline. In Second Republic, when we are doing the tax of People's Redemption Party, Malam Aminu Kano expelled Abubakar Rimi and Balaro Musa, then governors of Kano and Kaduna State, and the party survived. Wazir Ibrahim of GNPP expelled Governor Goni of all Borno and burden of all Gongola. And the party survived. Now, you cannot have a party where there is no discipline. We give ourselves some rules. We say as a party, we are committed to those rules that will govern us. We have procedures. We have established due process within party. We don't follow them. Somebody will come and openly canvass for candidates of other parties. Nothing happens to him. Nothing happens on the other party. Somebody will wake up for whatever reason and will make proclamation 3-4 years before election to say, I will be committed to the candidate of the party I'm supposed to be opposing. Like it's happening now in PDP. My party. Very sadly. Somebody will wake up and say he is committed to a Tinubu presidency. One is a member of the People's Democratic Party.
Please round up.
And nothing happens.
Thank you.
Now we cannot have that. Then the issue of funding. I think it all borders on the commitment that members have in the shared vision. It's a false shared vision that unites members of the party. You see, somebody made the point, and I think it's very beautiful, that the parties as they are presently constituted are not distinguishable by the big ideas that each one of them represents. Governor Kayode and some of us who are students in the 80s in UK will recall, were active members of the Labour Party. Why? Because we have shared vision. We believed Labour represented our vision, our ideological dispositions, and so on. And virtually all African students in the 80s, in the 90s, will work for Labour Party. We did under Neil Kinnock and others. Kayode was here, wanted him to run for councillorship in one of the counties in London. He refused. But because we had shared vision, we are committed to the party. So if you had shared vision, you will be able to now establish ownership. And then no amount of money will be too big for you. NEPO in the First Republic under later Aminu Kano was funded by the masses of the people who were members of the party because they believed in the shared vision represented by the NEPO.
Thank you very much.
In 1979, Madam, please can I run? In 1979, when we were young tax, these my friends, Malam Aminu Kano ran for president. The party wanted to raise 10 million naira to prosecute the presidential campaign in the then 19 states of Nigeria. 10 million naira. And the rule was enacted that all party members may contribute not more than 10 naira. You contribute 1 naira, but no more than 10 naira. People were queuing up to come and say, okay, take 10 naira for me, 10 naira for my wife, 10 naira for my son, I have 5 grandchildren, and so on. People funded Aminu Kano's campaign because they had shared vision. Now, unless we have a shared vision, a party that is ideological, we cannot be able to mobilize mass funding. You cannot be able to stop people who have money to fund it. And the contradictions will continue. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, His Excellencies, other participants. I'd like to just say, bottom line, politics in Europe, the Americas, is bedrocked on ideology. Ideology is the basis for forming political parties. You either lean to the left or you lean to the right. That is the basis for which you have people in the UK who have generations of members in Labour Party or in the Conservative Party. Same as in the US, you have people who are generations of family members who have been Republicans or Democrats. It's based on their leanings ideologically. We don't have that in Nigeria. It might have started in the 70s and in the 80s, but that is all gone. If we want to sit here today and talk about, I was going to say also that it's that ideological belief in what you are doing that makes you take deep into your pocket and finance it. When there's no such ideology, there's no basis. If we want to go into discussing those issues now in today's reality in Nigeria, we're wasting our time. Politics in Nigeria has been devoid of ideology, so what do we need to do? We need to form another, if you want to call it, special purpose vehicle today. Win the next election first, then we can create an ideological base for that political party. Anything outside of that is just a waste of time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please restrict yourself to 2 minutes.
Thank you, distinguished Senator. Your Excellencies, my name is Comrade Babatunde Ali. I'm privileged to be the National Secretary of the People's Redemption Party, PRP. I'm representing my national chairman here, Malam Falalu. Sirs, I have just 1 minute. Some of the things I would have loved to mention, he spoke in that direction. But as I watch this city, I see a repeat of what I have seen wherever I've been privileged to sit with leaders of our people like this. Some of the issues we actually supposed to be sober about, and if I shedding tears, we will laugh. And we will walk out of here. I'll leave every leader, particularly on this seat, with this message. Sirs, in the next 5 years or 10 years, you won't be sitting here. It will be someone else. Is this the nation you want to leave for us?
Okay, una welcome back, my people. So tell me what you wanna think concerning this on the comment section below. So in another trending, wahala don burst for PDP inside PDP as former Rivers State Governor Nelson Wike don lose out for big political battle. So PDP governors and acting chairman Umadamagum don gree say na Sunday Ude Okoye go be the new national secretary. Dem even shift the next meeting go front. Wetin all this one mean for Wike power for the party? So tell me what you wanna think on this comment section below. Don't forget to share. So let's continue with the video.
Thank you. Distinguished members of the press, communique issued at the end of the PDP Governors Forum held today at Government House, Asaba, Delta State on Friday, January 31st, 2025. The PDP Governors Forum held its 2025 first monthly meeting today, Friday, January 31st, 2025 in Asaba, the capital of Delta State, and arising therefrom resolved to issue the following communique. 1. The forum employed the occasion to review the performance of member states in particular and the state of the nation in general, as well as developments in the party at the end of 2024, and noting the monumental socio-economic, security, infrastructure, and other challenges that confronted the nation during the period. The meeting commended governors of member states for pursuing policies and programs that not only ameliorated the plight of the people, but were aimed at creating the foundation for sustainable development in their various states. 2. The meeting noted the macroeconomic policies of the federal government that have inflicted hardship and pain on the polity. Therefore, the forum called the federal government to either revisit or reject its macroeconomic policies to ameliorate or stop the hardship and pain that they have inflicted on Nigerians, as no meaningful or impactful achievements in the states will be achieved until the harsh policies are addressed. 3. The forum noted with delight the ongoing efforts at resolving the crisis in the National Working Committee, NWC, on the position of the National Secretary, and has reaffirmed its support for the subsisting court judgment on the matter. Consequently, the forum advised the NWC to set up the machinery for the effective implementation of the Federal High Court judgment, or Court of Appeals. Number 4, the forum, having examined all the notices required by law to be given to validly convoke NEC, advised NWC to reschedule NEC to the 13th of March 2025. Number 5, while commending the country's valiant and patriotic armed forces and security agencies for maintaining the front line and securing the country and the gains of our gallant personnel against bandits in some parts of the country, the forum viewed with deep concern the resurgence of brazen non-state actors. It therefore calls for the strengthening of the nation's security architecture. Number 6, the forum expressed its gratitude to the host governor, Right Honorable Sharif Abowore, the government and the people of Delta State for their hospitality and friendly disposition that have yielded the successful, well-structured and impactful meeting that we just had. Even as it is equally commend the governor for the giant strides recorded by his administration in the areas of infrastructure, environment remediation, people empowerment, and combating insecurity. Finally, the forum enjoined Nigerians not to despair in the face of prevailing hardships, with the firm assurance that the PDP will remain committed to returning our great nation to the glorious days of the pre-2015 era of manageable cost of living, security of lives and property, and greater unity and prosperity for all citizens. Thank you very much.